Hello everyone, I'm Liz Brown Swanson. Welcome to Community Connection on Location. Well, today you're going to definitely feel the magic of this show because I'm right here at the Peninsula Library where they are celebrating 80 magical years. And joining me now is the Palos Verdes Library District Director, Kathy Gould. So great that you could take the time out. And we have lots of exciting things to talk about. But first, like I said, 80 years of celebrating here, having the Library District. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And coming up, of course, is you're having a celebration on February 6th to celebrate 80th anniversary. Talk a little bit about that, what's going on.
Sure. We're having a big party here at the library, at the Peninsula Center Library. It starts at 5:30 on February 6th. And we're expecting over 500 people. We're already about 80% sold out, so if people are interested, it's time to get your ticket. It's going to start off with cocktails and entertainment and a silent auction in the library itself, so here in the main floor of the library, and then progress to a sit-down dinner and entertainment and live auction up on the roof. So it's going to be a great event.
Palos Verdes Library District, over 80 years, incredible history here. I know you've been on board directing since 2004. Let's just start off by sharing more with the community about you, how you came to the district, and you're interested in libraries.
Sure. I guess I've been interested in I've been a reader ever since I can remember, and I've always been interested in libraries. I did the classic thing and got a Bachelor of Arts, and what do you do with that? And libraries seemed like a good use of my undergraduate degree, so I went to graduate school. Got interested in public libraries in graduate school and worked briefly at Pasadena Public Library. And then I had a chance to shift into the private sector, first in library-related work, and then from there kind of drifted into IT. And I had an opportunity to go work in Australia. So my husband still my husband, we had an opportunity to go work for an aluminum manufacturing company of all things. And started off working in IT and then moved into other management positions and spent pretty much the next nearly 20 years in different management positions, first in Australia and then back in the States in Kentucky. And then I got kind of burned out on corporate stuff, and we had already bought our home, our family home actually, here in Redondo Beach, and we were looking to come back, and so we quit our jobs and came back to work on the house. And the first week we were back, I saw an ad for this job, and I thought, there's no way. I haven't worked as a librarian in 20 years, and there's no way they're going to hire me. But my business background is actually really helpful, and I was successful in getting the job. You've
done an amazing job with the libraries here, and I love the motto, which is it's connecting people, information, and ideas, and I just want you to talk about the vision and just what is here for the community with the libraries, what you're working to achieve.
Sure. I think people, I get the question a lot, you know, we've got the internet, why do we still need libraries? And the first answer is actually people still read, and reading's really important, and the library is one of those places where we encourage and foster reading right from the baby story times, you know, through the senior citizens. But we're also a place, I mean, I think that connecting people and together and people and ideas is a lot of what we do. We have fabulous programs where people can come. This spring we have a wonderful classical music series featuring up-and-coming musicians. We have a haiku workshop coming up at the end of the month. We have all kinds of Greek cooking class coming up, all kinds of events where people can come. And I was actually reading I read a lot of blogs that are about libraries and management and stuff, and somebody wrote on a blog last week that the library is one of those places where you come, and when you leave, you're more capable than when you came in. And I think that's a lot of what we're about. How do we give people the tools to be more capable, to be more successful in their lives?
This is just a jewel of the community to have this kind of a resource. And one thing that is really neat about the PV Library District is that you're independent. This is very different than you're not run by any one particular city or you're part of the county system. Explain just sort of the district, how the PV Library District works and how you're funded and all of that.
Sure. We're the largest of about 12 independent districts in California, so pretty rare. We're not part of the city of LA or the county of LA or any of the 4 cities on the Hill. We are independent, and our board of trustees, which is sort of the equivalent of the school board, is publicly elected from the residents of the community, and I report to that board. And we don't get, our funding is an allocation of property taxes primarily. That's about 87% of our budget. The rest is pretty much money we raise ourselves. And we don't get funding other than small grants occasionally from the cities. We don't get funding from the county, and we get very little funding from the state. So we're a self-contained entity, and that we own our buildings, we run our buildings, and we operate the library pretty much you know, as an independent organization.
And of course, we all know what's happening with everyone's budgets and challenges, and you depend a lot on Palos, the Friends of the Library.
Yeah.
And they, of course, are putting together that event as well that's
Yes.
coming up on February 6th. What are some of the things the Friends of the Library are able to accomplish that you wouldn't be right now without them?
Sure. I mean, we depend on them a lot. This year they're giving us about $300,000 in funding. They fund all of the costs of keeping this Peninsula Center Library open every Sunday afternoon so that the community can enjoy Sunday library service. They fund all of our special programs and events. So the concerts, the speakers, the classes, all funded by the Friends of the Library. Our summer reading program, we had 3,600 kids in the summer reading program last summer, and that's all funded. That's everything from the prizes for the kids to the materials to the special performers that we bring in for the kids during the summer, all funded by the Friends of the Library. So they do a tremendous amount for us, and we really do depend on them.
What are some of the biggest challenges you feel like you are dealing with now as directing the library?
It's budget is always the challenge. As I said, 87% of our budget comes from property taxes, and so as the property market declines, we're seeing our revenue first flattening, and now we're seeing more and more people defaulting, so actually just not paying their property tax bills, and that has an immediate impact on us. I think our state funding is as little as it is at risk. So budget is probably one of the big challenges. We're doing a lot more. We have an amazing staff here, and we have an amazing group of volunteers, and so with basically the same staffing levels, we're doing more programs, more activities, and we're busier. We're about, this last fiscal year, our usage was up about 10% over the previous fiscal year.
That's very exciting. How many patrons do you have? How many people do you think frequent the libraries and use the services daily?
You know, it's hard to say. We have people, you know, we have some people who come here every day. Our annual door count is over, it's close to 650,000. So that's, you know, individual people walking through the doors of the libraries each year. We circulate over 840,000 items, so checking out books and movies and all of the other things.
And when you say door count, of course, you have the Peninsula Main
That's
Library.
at all libraries.
Peninsula Main Library, there's the Mirror-less Library, and then the Malaga Cove, and then you have the Annex and things. Talk about this, how each of those are unique and what's available to the community at the different spots.
Sure. They all are very unique, and they all offer a lot of special things. Malaga Cove is the original library, so it's the one that was built back in 1930. It's a beautiful historic building. Compared to the others, it's relatively quiet. It's got some great quiet study spaces, the tower room that was mentioned. We're in the process of refurbishing it, so restoring a lot of the historical elements, but it's got computers. We're just about to embark on a project to convert the mezzanine into a computer area to add an additional 7 computers, wireless internet. They do wonderful children's programs down there, especially story times and baby story times. And then it's got some great spots just to curl up with a book and read. So it's wonderful in that way. Mirror-less Library, which is the library over off PV Drive East and next to Mirror-less Intermediate School, is a very busy, very small library. It's kind of a one-room schoolhouse kind of library, and they also do fabulous kids programs. They do story times several times a week. Every day after school, they have up to 90 or more middle school students who come in, and they do on a number of days of the week now, they do activities. They do anime clubs and a scrapbooking club and a book group and all kinds of activities for the kids.
And it's homework.
In between, the kids try to do a little homework. A lot of kids are working on homework in between all of that. But you know, other activities as well. And then also a lot of people of all ages coming to browse the collection and use the library. And then here at Peninsula Center, of course, we're the big library, so we do have more community meeting space and more ability to host programs. And so we do a lot of our special activities here, also down at Malaga Cove, the concerts and the story times and so forth. And then the Annex, which is over in the Village Shopping Center next to the library, is a storefront that's really set up specifically for teens. It's kind of a no grown-up zone, so after school until early evening, it's supervised by 2 staff members. During the week, that's our staff members, and on the Friday afternoons, Freedom for You, our community partner, keeps it open. And that's for kids in 6th through 12th grades to just come and they do homework there too sometimes, but they also have video games and board games and movie days and special crafts and all kinds of activities for the kids, and a place where they can hang out and maybe be just a little bit noisier and a little bit more comfortable than they are in the main library.
But it's such a wonderful, safe, healthy environment. I know we've done some stories over there with the kids, and I said, wow, I wish there was some place like that for me to hang out after school when I was growing up, because it keeps the kids connected in a really good way. And speaking with connecting with the community, we keep mentioning that on February 6th, Saturday, here on the rooftop of the Peninsula Library, there will be a wonderful wonderful celebration of 80 magical years. And I'm going to take a break here with Kathy, and we're going to catch up with Cecilia Yu. She goes by Cece. She is the committee chair to share more about what to expect and why you need to come to this event on February 6th.